Hello, Puggies, and welcome to this week's episode of Living the Pug Life, brought to you by Pug Parties, because your pug deserves to be the best dressed pug at the party. I'm your host, Donna, and my co-host tonight is Charles on my lap, and Rosie is asleep on the floor. So she may very well pop her head up eventually at some point in time. So tonight I'm excited to introduce our awesome guest for this week, Paula, who's going to be talking to us about Arnie and Peppa. And even though they are brother and sister, they're actually not from the same litter, even though they look so much alike. It's just amazing. So Peppa and Arnie are an adorable little puggy couple who both love the beach, romantic zoomie anyone, and who would have a bed sharing ratio of about 2/3 to Peppa, 1/3 to Arnie, which is okay because Arnie loves a snuggle. And that's where their sharing ends. They don't barrack for the same footy team. Only one loves to swim, and there is a definite boss between the two of them. A puggy match made in Puggie-heaven, if you ask me. So please join me in welcoming Paula and Arnie and Peppa. Yay! We'll just quickly, I've got to hit the button. So here I am clapping without actually making sure that I've hit the button first. Hello! And of course, Paula is wearing an awesome pug t-shirt as well. So, which I was saying before, I was very jealous of.
Yeah.
Very, very jealous of.
And I have to admit, it's actually my daughter's.
She's got wonderful taste, that's for sure. So Rachel says to say hello. So that's Rachel and Agatha saying hello. And Grant and Alfie and Ella are watching via our Pug Life Show Facebook group. So hello, guys, and welcome. Minnie, hello. Sorry, not Minnie, I should say Elvie, who is Minnie's mum. Hello to you and Jackie Thomas. And of course, Lynn, I'm so glad to see that you're here. So Pug Evening. Absolutely love it. We've had some great new pug words of late. Like last weekend was Sniffari, which I absolutely adore. It's the best. We were talking about at playgroup today. So does Arnie go on Sniffaris?
Yeah, Arnie loves to go to the park and have a little sniff around. And actually, I made them recently a snuffle mat, which they really like too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Charles and Rosie won't have a bar of them. I don't know why.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe I'm not using the right treats.
Oh, I just put their normal dog biscuits in and they love it.
Charles is a picky old boy these days, so maybe. And I'm too worried about putting chocolate in it in case the chocolate, the doggy chocolate melts.
Yeah.
So that's my only challenge, but definitely snuffle mat. So everyone is now commenting about how great your shirt, your top is. So, which is absolutely awesome. Oh, and I've just realised, here we go. See, this is the great thing about having friends from your playgroup. I left my water bowl at playgroup this morning. So thank you, Lynn. It's terrible for me. I'm just absolutely hopeless at times. So I'll have a quick look on our Facebook group. Hello. Oh, look, I've got Rob and Gillian, which I'm assuming is husband and daughter watching. And we've also got Peppa Pug, but isn't that your Facebook group? Paula, your face isn't Peppa's Facebook tag Peppa Pug?
No, that's not us.
Oh, okay. It's a different
No.
Peppa Pug. Oh,
Yeah,
my gosh.
yeah.
Good Lord, good Lord. I'm just double checking just who else have we got. We've said hello to Grant. So we've caught everyone there. So everyone who is on the Facebook group, the Pug Life group, please don't forget to say hello. So write a message and say hello, because then you get to go into the running for our $20 Pug Parties gift card at the end of the show. So which you can then use to spoil your puggies. So I'm just looking at Arnie, and I'm not sure if he's eyeballing himself. I think he's just heard me say his name. So his little...
he's actually seen Rachel appear at the door with Peppa.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, so Peppa's about to join us.
Oh, lovely.
Here she comes. Come here, Peppa. So now we've got them
Oh,
both.
they're just like their faces. Other than the little birthmark, when you put them side by side... Is that birthmark? No, beauty mark. Sorry, wrong one. Side by side, they look like they're from the same litter, but they're not, are they?
No, Peppa's a rescue.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about Peppa and Arnie and how you all met and become a pug family.
Okay, so Arnie we've had from little tiny puppy. So my husband wanted a pug to join our family, so we got a little puppy. And when we picked him up, the day we picked him up, the lady there said to me, "You'll be back for another one." And I went, "Oh, no." So 12 months later, we actually went to Pug Rescue for another one. And, Joanna from Victorian Pug Rescue had Peppa, and Peppa came for a meet and greet, and we welcomed her into our family.
Lovely. And they pretty much click straight away, even though they're quite different in personality.
Yeah, and they're exactly the same age. There's a couple of months between them. So age-wise, it worked out really nicely. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, Arnie's a bit set in his ways. He does love Peppa, but he would probably secretly not tell you that. That's a secret. But we know.
Got to keep him keen, isn't that how?
Yeah. He misses her if she's not around, put it that way.
I know, they're so funny. Like, it's get away from me. Where are you?
Yeah. But Peppa quickly became the boss of the duet. Yeah, the duo. Very much so. Yeah, she's very, very bossy. But Arnie just goes with the flow.
He's a cool dude.
Yeah.
So Peppa, so she was a surrender, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Yes, she come from an interesting circumstance. You were saying to me on Wednesday, yes.
Yeah, she came from a family where she'd been a replacement puppy for a lady who the husband had run over her dog and killed her, and he'd replaced it with this puppy that she just didn't want. And then their marriage broke down, so neither of them wanted the pug. So they surrendered it to Pug Rescue, and now she's ours. And
now she's loved properly.
Yeah, she has a good life.
Absolutely properly.
Yeah.
So Peppa, you kept her name.
We did. I don't like it, but it just seemed she'd had it for nearly 2 years, and we thought about changing it to Pippa, but we didn't. And it's just Peppa now, and that's her. So I'm sure she's named after a pig, like Peppa Pig, because she's a grunter. Yeah, so I think
Arnie's doing pretty good for himself at the moment.
Oh, yeah, he is having a bit of a grunt there, isn't he?
His little face, though, it's so beautiful. You just want it. Do you cup his face like this all the time? See, I can't. Rosie and Charles won't let me hug them like that. I'm really jealous. I've always wanted to, but all they do is squirm. So I have to contend with being the lap. They sit in my lap, and that's as close as I get to cuddles.
Oh, okay. No, Arnie's very affectionate.
Oh, he's
Peppa not so much. Although she is with Rachel. She's pretty bonded to Rachel.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Lynn just wanted to say he looks like one of the pug toys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got a real traditional pug face.
Yes. Oh, even Belinda Beardmore. So Belinda's from Pugs SOS. So she thinks he's pretty stunning too. He's beautiful.
Yeah, he's pretty gorgeous.
Yes, and he's got his bow tie on, I see tonight.
Yes, he's developed a couple of double chins, and
that's all right.
It's just anymore.
It's an accessory for an accessory.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's quite all right. So Arnie's name, So your husband wanted Arnie and got
Yes.
to name him.
Yes, he did. So Arnie's actually short for Arnold, but Arnie has a really long name. His actual name is Mr. Arnold Boggles, shortened to Arnie. So he gets Boggles, he gets Arnie, or he gets Arnold. Not very often does he get all three, but yeah, he gets a variety of those names. Yeah.
And so why did he get called Boggles?
Because when he was a puppy, his eyes were about double the size of his head. Yeah, he had to grow into them. So he had these real boggly eyes. So that's how he got Mr. Boggles, yeah.
Well, the lovely thing, everything else definitely did grow into it.
Yeah.
Very proportional now.
Yeah, yes. Those eyes were huge.
Oh, no, I did love his puppy photo. So in the video, he's the Crows supporter, if I remember correctly.
He's a Crow supporter, yes.
Now, I was amazed when you were telling me about how both pugs barrack for different teams.
Yes, Arnie's a Crow supporter and Peppa is Collingwood supporter. Yes, and they both have appropriate attire for their chosen team. Yes.
And they watch the footy with you.
They very much watch the footy, and they know as soon as that football TV goes on in our theatre room, they have to sit on the couch and they have to be quiet, and they will sit for the whole day.
I'm just amazed.
Yeah, they just know how it works.
Do they know to bark at the opposition?
No, they don't bark at it. They just sleep through it.
Well, here we go. Apparently, Belinda is also a Pie supporter, so Peppa is definitely on Belinda's side.
Okay. Well,
my partner is a Pie supporter. Unfortunately, he is one of those born and bred types.
Yes.
So, but I'm a Hawk supporter. So the puppies are probably a little bit not gender confused, but AFL team confused because they've got sets of everything.
Oh, okay.
So when the Hawks are playing, they're in my outfits, and then when the Pies are playing, they're in Dad's outfits.
Oh, okay.
But what I laugh is Andrew trying to teach them to bark at the opposition. And then poor old Charles, because now that his brother's passed, Charles just gets confused, and so he barks at the Pies once.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's all right. Oh, I'm happy for that.
I was okay with that, actually, but Andrew's like, this is not working. And I'm like, well, you know what? It's easier to see black and white than it is all
that's true. That's true.
I said, that's what you get for not teaching him right from the very beginning. But I'm just amazed that they know. They just they happily sit there and watch the game. Do they get special footy treats?
No, they don't get fed during it. They just know. They've been doing it since we've had them. So they've just learnt that when we're watching the footy, they sit quietly.
If only we were allowed to take them to the MCG, that would be so much better. Even though I don't think they'd watch the footy all that much. I know sort of, especially Rosie, she'd be too busy snuffling around for food.
Yeah, Peppa. Peppa would be looking for food.
So you were saying during the week she's very food orientated, whereas Arnie's not.
No, not so much. No, Peppa's a real foodie. If you're in the kitchen, she's at your feet. If you're at the table, she's at your feet. Yeah.
You were saying it like specifically, which I found really entertaining, was what they do when you're at the table at Rob's feet.
Yeah, one each side of Rob because they know that he's the only one that will feed them.
I thought it was just so impressive that they sit there patiently.
Yes, and they don't often get anything, but they're there just in case.
It's definitely the just in case.
Yeah.
So I've just got to show this. Apparently Gerald, which is one of Len's pugs, is going to call the pug police because you're not giving them treaties during the footy game.
Oh, okay.
Apparently that's just not on.
Like, okay, you'll have to start with
yes.
footy franks maybe.
Possibly. I was going to say, is there does Miss Drews, we'll have to ask him if she does footy food for pugs for footy season.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Little footy biscuit.
I know, hey? Hey, get your Pies ones that you can stamp on. Now, both of them, I do. So when Peppa first come into the house, so I should say Arnie was first.
Yes.
So, and then Peppa come about 12 months later.
Yeah, about 12 months, yeah.
So her first week was quite interesting.
Yeah, she nearly went back. She wouldn't sleep.
But nobody slept.
Nobody slept. No, she just wouldn't settle. And she'd been crated at Pug Rescue, and she went into a crate with Arnie, and Arnie was quite happy to welcome her. But well, I ended up ringing Joanna from Pug Rescue, and she said, "You're just going to have to be firm with her," and she's just trying it on, and we just persevered, and she settled down, so it's all good now.
Oh, it's so good. But she does still bark, but not sleep time now, if I remember correctly.
Arnie's the barker.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, Arnie's the barker. Peppa will bark a little bit, but Arnie's a real barker, so we have to keep on top of him. He likes to he likes to guard for us, but the silly thing is that he doesn't understand he's tiny and he's actually not very scary.
Well, he's adorable. It is hard to be scary when you're adorable as well.
Yeah, people just laugh at him. The poor parcel delivery man, he gets a hard time from him, and he's just like, "Are you for real?"
Yeah, I have to admit, my postie now will come and knock on the door and hand me my post so that he can pack pugs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Especially when I don't know if you've got a front fly screen door. So in the really nice days, we have that open, and they hear him coming, and they're at the door barking, and he sees that as a sign for him to come up and hand me my mail so he can pet them. So he just knocks on the door and he goes, "Can I pet your pugs?" And I'm like, "Sure, the door's unlocked, just let them out." And they run out. They just think it's amazing. And then I'm like, "Right, I need to bring them back in, otherwise you're never going to leave."
Yeah.
And you've probably still got a lot of your run to go. So maybe all Arnie needs to do is go and get a pan off the postie.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Hey, it's asking for postie pats. Yeah. So interestingly, even though it was Rob that wanted pugs, he doesn't get to enjoy pug love.
Not really. He's the last option. Yes.
So Peppa's human is
Rachel,
my daughter, and then Arnie is.
Oh, he's a mummy's boy. Very much a mummy's boy. And sometimes I'll make him sit on Rob's knee, and I just get stink eye all night. Yeah, he just looks at me.
And I feel really sorry for Rob, because it's nice to be the number one human.
Yeah, I think he's lining up a third pug so that he gets one.
In the hope.
Yeah, he keeps showing me ones for adoption on Pug Rescue site.
I've been told not to do that anymore because Charles is sort of at that age where he needs a lot of attention, and so Andrew's like, we cannot have another one. It'll take attention away from Charles. And I think it's also the fact that when Rosie come to live with us, she was a mummy's girl with her previous family.
Okay.
But now she's a daddy's girl. So Andrew's like, we don't need another pug. We're fine with the two that we've got. And I'm like, really? No, I'm sure that we could have at least 7 more.
You can never have enough pugs.
Absolutely not. And I have to admit, our guests for next week, they have more than 2. So it's going to be the first show where I've had more than 2 pugs. And I think I'm wondering if it's going to be like what it was for Pugaween when Joanna had all of the rescue pugs all running at one time. I'm wondering if that's what it's going to be like. It's just going to be an absolute, oh, hello, Arnie. I'm sorry, just that little face.
Rachel's getting his
just
attention.
Around.
Yeah. She tried to get Peppa in, but Peppa doesn't want to stay. Sorry.
Oh, no. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, hello to Ellen Holmes, who's saying woohoo. So obviously. Oh, sorry, Ellen.
Rachel will join us. And
oh, one. Absolutely.
Let's see if we can get Owen. There we go.
Hello. Good taste in clothing, I'll say, Rachel, without a doubt. Hello, Peppa. Oh my God. Hello. So Rachel just wants to know that pugs are like Pringles. Once you pop one, you can't stop.
No, that's exactly right.
Mum would have a pond if she could.
Hey, hello. She's definitely, what are you doing? That is a big smile, Peppa. That is a very big smile. Oh, they're just side by side. They really do look like the little pugs, the stuffed pugs in like the in the shops where they're all lined up together. And she's got a bow tie on too.
Yeah, she's got a little bow. Yeah.
Very, very.
Now she wants to play.
Oh, lovely. Well, apparently Ellen, who's on the Facebook group, she says that, yes, having more than 2 pugs means that life is chaos. It'd have to be a great chaos, though.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely have to be a great chaos. So tell us about what's Peppa and Arnie's favourite adventure? Where do they love to go the most?
They love to go to the beach. They like to go to the beach. We go to Inverloch because there's lots of rock pools, and they like still water. Yeah, don't take them near the moving water. They don't like that, but they like to go and play in the little rock pools. And Peppa will do the old drop the tail and do the zoomies, and they love it. Yeah.
Arnie's a swimmer, if I remember correctly.
Oh, he swims in the pool. Yeah, he'll swim.
Oh, but not in the beach. Oh, okay. That was where I wrote down that he was a swimmer because he's another red bug.
Yeah, no, he swims in our pool. He's swimming. We got him in January, and so he's been swimming in our pool since tiny puppy. Yeah, so he's quite comfortable. Whereas Peppa was nearly 2 when we got her, so she was introduced to water late. Her love is not so great.
Oh. Well, a beach is better than nothing. Absolutely.
Yeah, but they love it, don't you?
As long as the water doesn't move.
Yeah.
Which is a bit hard, unless it's a really real day, really.
And the other thing with the beach is that we often go to San Remo, take them to the beach, and then go and get fish and chips for tea. So there's always the excitement of a few hot chips afterwards as well.
I was because that was going to be my next question was about my favourite treaty because it happens to be Rosie and Charles's favourite treaty as well. So
yeah,
they do very well for themselves.
Yes. They don't get many, but they do get a few.
Why not? Hey, even I'm not joking. Charles's head just like popped up like he heard chips.
That's funny.
So now I'm in trouble because there are no chips for dinner tonight. So, hey, little Pepper is just absolutely. Can she see herself in the video? She's just going off. Is she in the mood for playtime?
Maybe. Yeah. She likes to play with me, so she thinks we're here to play.
Lovely. So, but she is the player of the 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Arnie's just an old man now.
Oh, and Rob just popped in. So there's nothing like a family message. Apparently they get sausage rolls on their birthday.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, that's a family. Yeah, whoever's birthday it is, they get a sausage roll.
Wow. Dad? Does Dad do this? And he still gets like number 3 in the line of succession of love.
Yes, that's Dad's thing with them. Yeah.
That is awesome. No, I need to cover Charles's ears now because if he hears that he also gets like they get sausage rolls, I know what's going to happen.
Only on their birthdays.
That's pretty awesome, though. Very, very nice. Very nice. So so I'm quite interested because one of the great things that you were telling me about, which was that really was more Peppa's first adventure, was your first fur family holiday.
Yes. Yeah. So that was to San Remo, and we rented a dog-friendly house down there, and had an enclosed veranda around the outside of the house. So it had 2 doors, one out. Well, you could go in and out them both, but we were there within a half an hour, and they were just running laps around and around and around. It was just like a kid.
I think that sounds really awesome, though. Jesus, they must have slept well that night.
No.
No.
It actually wasn't a good holiday for sleeping.
Oh, no.
No, they didn't do a lot of sleeping in their crate, to put it that way.
Oh, no. This wasn't too long after you got Peppa, was it? It was quite quite new?
Yeah, it was the first Christmas we had her. Yeah.
That's an awesome Christmas for our first Christmas.
Yeah, pretty good for a rescue, I reckon.
I know. Hey?
Yeah.
Pretty, very, very loved now.
Yes, very loved.
Definitely very loved now. So I'll just So the other thing, Arnie has, so your vet calls Arnie something which I think is just adorable.
Sweet cheeks. She didn't call Peppa sweet cheeks though.
Was it devil child?
Yes. Peppa was not going to stay still for her for love nor money.
Aww.
No.
But
Whereas you could do whatever you like to Arnie, except for cut his nails. He doesn't like having his nails cut, but he will cooperate, but he'll shake. Whereas Peppa won't even let you touch her feet.
I'm just just looking at them both sitting there side by side so placidly. I don't know what you're doing behind the camera, but at the moment, I don't know. Is Rob actually like behind the computer with two creaks like this so that you can?
No, Rob's not even in the same room. They've actually just settled down, mate. They've just settled.
They've just realised that there's their faces on the camera and that they should look appropriate.
Yeah, they should behave like.
We should just look adorable. We should.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So Samantha Marie said to say hello to Arnie and Peppa. Someone you know?
Yeah, that's our daughter that doesn't live with us. She lives by herself.
Oh, lovely. Oh, so she doesn't get pug love either.
Oh, she calls in enough to get pug love. Yeah. She's only been out of the house about 12 months, so she's had a fair bit of pug love. Yeah.
Oh, well, that's fair enough. So does that mean that Dad's actually like number 4 on the list?
Potentially.
Oh, that's just really harsh. I'm really sorry for Rob. Rob, I'm on your side for a third pug, and you should be the only one that goes and picks the pug, so you can make sure that.
Peppa goes to Dad for tummy rubs. That's their thing.
Really? Oh, that's a good thing. A good tummy rub, definitely worth some love.
She'll sit and she'll like nudge him until he scratches her chest.
No, Rob just messaged that yes, that is the case. He was talking about the tummy rubs and not about my support for a third pug in the house. We'll take. Oh, hello, puppy.
Oh, the next door neighbour's dog's just started barking.
Peppa's off, gone.
No, she's back.
All sorted. No, that's quite all right. So, but interestingly, so Peppa being the more active one, she loves playing with a ball.
She loves the ball. Absolutely loves the ball. Yeah, she'll.
Which is another non-pug thing.
Sorry?
It's another non-pug thing. Like I've never had a pug love a ball.
Oh, that's interesting. No, Peppa loves the ball. Yeah, I'll throw it. She'll chase it. Arnie will chase Peppa. Arnie's not interested in the ball. She's interested in Peppa. He's interested in Peppa, yeah. Yeah. But no, she'll just pick up a ball and toss it around herself if no one's paying her any attention. She's quite happy to play with it by herself. Don't you?
I am very jealous. I've always wanted to have a pug that liked either balls or ropes or anything else like that. And so sometimes, sorry, I do have to pop this up because Lynn's she wants to know, is it a cheese flavoured ball?
No, just a normal ball. Yeah, any round ball. But she'd love a cheese flavoured one, I'm sure.
Did we say the wrong word and now she's looking for the ball?
Some cheese.
Well, you did say that she was food orientated.
Oh, very much so, yes. She's a real toys dog. She'll always have a toy in her mouth, like a soft toy, a sloth or one of those cog bears, and she'll actually hold it in her mouth while she sleeps. It's like a dummy.
Wow.
Yeah, done that the day that Joanna brought her here for a meet and greet. She picked up a toy, put it in her mouth and fell asleep.
I want to see a photo of that. That would just be absolutely adorable. I could just imagine she her top lip must sort of like go like this on the
yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Oh, so what is Peppa and Arnie's favourite outfit?
Arnie's always wearing, well, particularly in winter, some sort of a quilted puffer jacket, just because he feels the cold. So he's got lots of different jackets. And Peppa, well, she's very much suits a devil outfit. Because
All right,
she's
Peppa, you don't look devilish at all to me.
Don't be fooled.
They can all get up to no good when they
can.
want to.
Yes.
But no, just absolutely adorable.
Yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been absolutely wonderful having both of you, all four of you. And Rob by message, which is very important. As I said, Dad, anytime you need a broker for whether you should get another pug, I'm happy to weigh in as the independent party, and I promise I will be on your side. So everyone, I hope you had as good a time as I did getting to know Paula and Rachel, Arnie and Peppa, and we'll be hanging around after the show to read and respond to everyone's messages. So yes, absolute paw waves, puppy. So cute. And we'll respond to everyone. So please say hello if you haven't already. And now I need to pick someone who so kindly messaged. Oh, I've hit the wrong button. What am I doing? So we've got, I'm just having a look at everyone over on that side. So screaming through for somebody to give the pass to, you know what? I am going to give it to Samantha Marie, because even though you're not home, you did actually dial in for your favourite puggy for sister and brother as well. So, and that means that you're now on the hook for spending it on your favourite brother and sister. So thank you so much, everyone who did join us tonight and comment as always. It's so wonderful, and it's so lovely to see such beautiful puggies. Even if Peppa's decided that she's already had a couple and she's going.
Yeah. She's just walked out the door.
Yeah, like a diva. What? I'm done.
Yeah, that's it.
Go.
She's gone.
So, Puggies, if you had fun tonight and you'd like to share your pug life with other pug parents like Paula did tonight, as well as Rachel, who popped in just so that we could make sure that we saw Peppa at least a little bit, then we'd love to have you on the show. And all it takes is an email or a direct message, and I'll be in contact with you. Please invite your friends and family to come and join us each week, or they can catch up at any point in time by popping over to the Live in the Pug Life Facebook group, where all of the replays are available all the time. I'd love it if you'd leave a review on the page so other pug parents can see what they're missing out on, like the beautiful Arnie's face. Mm-hmm. Say no to that. Now, I know you guys are eager to know who I will be talking to this Sunday. Well, as I alluded to before, I'm going to pop up the picture. We are having, oh my God, a family of 5 pugs. So pug mums, Mel and Ellen, and you would know they're one of their beautiful puggies, Asher, because he entered into Pug Isoween this year. So as well as you'll also know, I'm trying to remember, I've literally lost one of my names. That's terrible. One of the other Frank, that's right. So Frank the Pirate is also one of the 5. The other puggies we have are Elroy, Finn, Angus and Tinky. So hopefully I got all 5 pugs' names right. And if not, I promise I will practice all week, ready for next week, when we have this awesome Grumble family join us and to tell us about the chaos that must be having a pug family of 5. Oh, my God. So there you go. All I can say is Rob, you've got another option. 3 pugs, not nearly as 5. That sounds like a really good justification for getting another puppy. So, puggies, have a pawsome week, and humans, as always, be generous with the snackies. And I'll catch you next week. Bye. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.